Oh, hey, welcome to Healing is a Bitch. Today's episode, we're going to talk about healing. So, what is healing? Anyway, let's talk about it. Hey, baby, let me personally welcome you to the first of what I hope to be many, many episodes in this cute little new endeavor I'm taking. All right. What the fuck am I doing here? Why am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing here? How am I doing? All of it, honey. I'm going to try to answer most, if not all of those questions. Okay. I'm sure my friends watching, the ones that don't know, and maybe even the ones that do know that I was planning on doing this, are like, what the hell is this bitch doing this? Well, let me start off just for the ones that don't know me, just a little bit about myself. My name is Eric. Hi. I'm 37 years old. I'm a Pisces. I was born and raised in Sao Paulo, Brazil. In case you can't tell by my lisp and my colorful demeanor, I am a proud gay man. I am very much single. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I'm married to Henry Cavill, who played Superman, but that's a whole different story that we can talk about offline if you want. Don't subscribe to any religion, but if you do, good for you. Support it all. I believe it or not, by the skin tone, honey, I am Brazilian, like I said. My dad's dad happens to be black, so that's where the curliness comes from. I'm a mix and match pile of fabulousness, uniqueness, a big sprinkle of clownery. That's what I would like to say. Why the hell am I doing this? Many of my friends in all walks of life. Oh yeah, I also do play sports. I travel to play sports, both volleyball and softball, and I have been doing that since my early 20s. So since I've been doing that and got to travel all over this country, literally as far as like to New York, to Ohio, to New Orleans, Texas, California, all over now. I have been still been friends with a shit ton of people all over, and most of them have gotten to really know me. Have said, "Girl, you have a personality. You got to be a TV host. You got to do a show. Like you got to do something." So that's part of it because I have this like spunky personality. I'm also very sharp and witty with my tongue. Other things too, but that's not the channel for that. And I just like bringing a comedic sense and levity to most things that I do. There are times to be serious and take things serious. I like to laugh. Excuse me, let me take that back. I fucking love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. The sound of laughter is just, it's so uplifting and fun and empowering. So I think that even though maybe if not a giggle may come out of something, maybe a positive lesson can be learned from something or circumstance. Um, so this show is basically the intersection of mental health and comedy because those are two very important things to me. And believe me, baby, especially on the mental health part, I push therapy on every fucking person I talk to, friend, foe, bitch, or hoe. Okay, I don't care who you are, what you are, even strangers. Yes, baby. People ask me, "Girl, how are you so happy? How are you so this?" Therapy. That's my like default go to. Every time somebody attributes something positive to me or highlights something positive that I did or said, I most likely will attribute it to therapy. So let's cash in on that. Let's lean on that. And that's what I'm doing here. I figure why not start this journey, this episode, by talking about healing, what it means to me, the definition, and all that. And then we'll lay out a nice foundation of what the show is or what I want it to be. And then every week we're going to tackle a different topic or different circumstance. Okay. And then go from there. All right. So let's start it off by just defining what healing is, because you and I may very well have completely different definitions of healing based out of our lived experience. But hold on, baby. Ooh, almost broke my table. Okay. According to Miss Merriam-Webster, okay, so don't come for me, come for her if you don't like this definition. All right. Miss Merriam-Webster says that healing as a noun is defined as the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. And as a verb, parentheses, of a person or treatment, cause, parentheses, a wound slash injury, close parentheses, to become sound or healthy again. So, what I like about those definitions is that both of them have the word again in it, which in itself implies it's something that you will go through more than once. When you think of like physical healing, who hasn't gotten a cut or no or scratch somewhere or fell down when you were younger or even older, and your knee or your arm or your whatever scabbed, and then it heals over time, right? So there is the healing component again and again and again. But that ain't what we're talking about, baby. That's not. This is not Grey's Anatomy. We're not going through the anatomy physiology of the body here. Your mental, emotional, spiritual, like all of the stuff that's not tangible, that you can't touch, right? Um, and that shit is a little more complicated than just putting some neosporin on a fucking cut. Okay, allow me to be a vessel or inspirational muse or goon, however the fuck you want to look at me as. I mean, seriously, think of this as like brunch. Even if you don't drink, you still need to eat because you need nourishment to survive. So brunch with like your close friends, but also like a therapy session, which brunch sometimes can be a therapy session. And with that, I'm going to give you, I hope to give you, is what I should say. I hope to give you the three C's of what healing can do for you. Okay. The first one would be for confidence. hmm What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I don't mean cocky confident. I mean like confident enough to go, you know what? This bitch can overcome this problem and this circumstance. God damn it, so can I. Absolutely. And also, being a clown and funny the way that I am, I do tend to be more bold, very bold, to the point that I've had people say to me, God, I wish you had your confidence. Like, God, the way you dance, the way you move, the way you talk to people. And in my head, I'm just like, I'm just being me. I believe it's confidence, but it's nice to see that people see you as a confident person because then it made me self reflect and go, oh, I guess for somebody that is shy or bashful or not as vocal and outgoing as I am, I guess it could be seen as that way. But we can also take that confidence, that oomph, and apply it in so many ways, baby. Okay, that's number one. Number two, comfort. Okay, comfort about the uncomfortable shit that happens in life. Comfortable enough to admit things you don't want to admit, specifically about yourself, because that's the toughest fucking thing about therapy was, or and still um, is really going deep into like the darker, not so nice parts about yourself and going, holy shit, I'm not as cute and fun and whimsical as I thought I was, or as I think I come off to be, right? Again, I'm thinking of my earlier years of therapy. Even if that's not your jam, which it's okay, because therapy, is not for everybody, even though I think it should. Whatever it is, whatever you want to try to overcome, if I can give you a little, even a sprinkle of confidence and comfort, baby, job well done. Okay? Because why not, baby? You should be out there saying the things you want to say, doing the things you want to do. And if something is stopping you, baby, and I can help you get through it or get over it, I got you. Okay? And number three, which I guess coincides with the last two, the conviction, honey. It's not enough to just have the comfort and the confidence. You got to have the conviction. You got to go out there and do it, baby, whatever it is. I don't even want to tell you how many fucking takes it took me for me to do this. How long I've been dragging my fucking feet to literally getting set up this fucking camera, this ring light that keeps fucking blinding my eye, by the way. Every time I close my eyes, I just see the fucking circle. Anyways, because I was afraid or insecure about what my friends would say. They're gonna criticize it. What if I don't get enough likes or views, or what if it doesn't, you know, take off, the way that I envision it or the way that I hope it to go? It's okay. Doing this is the conviction that not just, but this is just one example. It could be like when I started therapy. Excuse me for bringing that up again, but that's a very foundational part of the adult that I am today. Um, Baby, don't think it was just me. This, you know what? I'm just gonna decide to go to therapy. No, baby, it took me like gumption. It took me to like break down and ask my friend and say, "Hey, I need help. I don't think I'm handling this thing called life very well. Can you help a sister out?" And this best friend, who is still my best friend, girl just hit my titty. and who I knew was doing therapy helped me. She gave me, without even knowing, she gave me the conviction, the comfort, and the confidence to start it. And how did I know I needed therapy? Well, within the first 10 minutes, I was already bawling, talking to a complete fucking stranger. So that's how I knew. I was like, ooh, I have a lot of healing to do. A lot. But that is what led me to who I am today and where I am. Baby, I had it over. Whew. But there's a lot to talk about, and not just in this fucking opener over here, okay? Because this is more of an intro, free flowing gig. All right. I don't want to just be over here talking just about myself every time or whatever the topic is related to myself. I want this to be an interactive thing, as if we were literally at brunch, having a kiki, talking about life and asking for help and laughing about things. Like that's what I want this to be that. So, with that spirit in mind, I went ahead and asked some of my friends questions ahead of time related to topics. So every week, I'm going to do a little segment called Unpack Your Shit. Because in therapy, honey, we call it unpacking. Like literally, think of unpacking as a suitcase. I almost said zoot case. You open it, which by the way, how many of us unpack, especially after like a long trip, like you got at least one or two big suitcases? Baby, I cannot for the life of me, or rather, I should say, I'm getting better at unpacking that shit now and doing laundry, and I let it sit on the side of the bed for fucking days in a row. But anyways, so unpacking. I got a literal physical suitcase that represents what we're gonna unpack every week. Okay, related to the topics. Because this is a new show, and I didn't have people to ask right here. I went ahead and asked my friends ahead of time. Say, hey, baby, I'm gonna be talking about this, and that. Do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to see me or hear me talk about? Y'all love when I just go on a rant and talk about shit. So come on. So I put it right here in this cute little suitcase, and we're gonna unpack it every week. We're gonna unpack something. Well, there's a lot of questions here, so I'm not gonna go through it all. I may do a separate show or separate episode on just questions. So this is the very, very first unpack your shit. Okay. Oh, yeah, wait, she does. She really is like an actual suitcase. It does have little wheels and everything. Boom. All right. Putz grilla. I already dropped one. Okay. Some of these questions were long and obnoxious, honey, so I didn't put them all here. I just put numbers. So we're gonna pick a number, and then I'm gonna find the fucking question. Okay. This is number 9. Oh, what is your advice on healing from something you're afraid to face? Ooh. Not just like a fucking broken record, honey. Do I think some problems are solved, or some issues or things you want to heal from are solvable without therapy? Yes. Dot dot dot. However, comma, there are certain heavy, 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 heavy traumatic things that happen to you that just brunch with your friends ain't gonna cut it, baby. Okay, you need a unbiased medical professional, because I love my friends, baby, but they'll tell me that the fucking sky's purple if I keep crying that it's fucking purple. Meaning, like, they'll tell me what I want to hear, even though it's completely wrong. But I'm not faulting my friends, because I've God knows I've done the same thing, right? Nowadays, I'm leaning more towards like, baby girl, if you ask me for advice, you gonna get what I think you should get to benefit you, to propel your life, to elevate your life, not to fluff your life, baby. I'm not a fluffer in a porn set. No, ma'am. Okay, next question. Oh, number 5. Question number 5. What are your aspirations for this new show? Oh, I mean, I talked about it a little bit. Besides the 3 C's, I want it to be like an ongoing thing. To give you the confidence, comfort, and conviction to do or say what you want to do, how you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody. That goes obviously without saying, or yourself. Like, I want people to just laugh more. I'm also realizing that the more I deal with my issues, the more I unpack my shit, the more room I have for happiness and positivity in my life. I've had the most, I will say, The emotional growth in the last year, moving from Florida to Milwaukee, I don't think it was just the physical aspect of it. I think it was not. I think I know it was just putting myself in a different, uncomfortable situation and seeing how I rise from it. I know that I'm a resilient person, and whatever happens, I can just tackle it and try to learn something from it. So I hope that that's what people, when they listen to this, when they get in this gig with me, I hope I can influence you to do that. I feel bad for some of my friends that feel like they can't do certain things, or they're afraid to do certain things because of how they're going to be judged, or viewed or portrayed. Bitch, if you're not hurting anybody, you're not hurting yourself. If you really, really do well and you want to uplift and help people, fuck what people say. People are going to talk shit about you anyways. So do it. So the more you heal, the more positive you feel. Put that on a fucking sticker. What's that called? A sticker bump? A bumper sticker bump? A bumper sticker. Oh my god. I just called it a fucking sticker bump. This is the second time. Girl, I think I'm turning dyslexic as I'm getting older. This is the second time I've caught myself switching words. What did I say the other day? Baby, I meant to say, when you get a wrong piece of mail and you, and you want to put RTS, return to sender? Bitch, I said send to returner. And I said it oh so very cocky and confident because I was in the middle of delivering some shenanigans, and I had to stop myself and go, I just fucking said sent a returner. So you can laugh about yourself, honey. It's a good thing. All right, baby, we're gonna do one more. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna keep in. Survey says 12. Wonky number 12. Why did you pick that name for the show? Love that question, baby. Love that question. Um, well, Well, honey, because healing is a fucking bitch. It's a pain in the ass. At times, it's a pain in the ass. A lot of times, it's a pain in the ass. Um, but she can be nice. She can be what you give it, right? Because when I think of the word bitch, don't let me go on a tangent here, baby, because I could do a whole episode on just the word bitch. Okay. As a gay person, a loud and proud gay person, I use the word bitch literally like every day. I say, hey, bitch, what's up, bitch? Bitch. Like it can be used in so many ways, just like girl. Girl and bitch are, in my mind, equivalent when it comes to like social norms and vocabulary. It's the gay equivalent of what's up, dude? What up, bro? What it do, my boss? Like that kind of shit that straight people love to do. Well, baby, gay people be say, bitch, what you doing? Now, I know in my little coconut head here that not everybody in the world thinks how I think and operates how I operate. I know, annoying, right? So now I find myself like depending on the crowd or on the environment or where I'm at. If I say something like "bitch, don't do that," I'm like, mm-mm. Like before you get angry, before we attack the doll, let me just say that bitch is the gay equivalent of dude or bro. And I haven't had any problems with that. I think maybe once or twice somebody was like, just call me a bitch. I'm like, yeah, I'm gay. Yes, we do. Again, not speaking for every gay person in the world, but baby, I know the fucking friends I have, and believe you me, it's all walks of life in the gay queer community, all the letters. Baby, we all say that word. Even my straight friends say that word. So I guess it's just the people I hang out with. But long story longer. Yeah, I just thought it was a catchy name. I don't know. I wanted to reflect. I wanted to be something that people would say on a regular. Because like if when you say something is a bit or stop being a bitch or pain in the ass, like it is a pain in the ass. Um, but it can be a good thing, just like in the gay world, bitch can be a good thing. So, but it is bottom line. It is what you make it. Okay. Wonderful question, baby. Yes. All right. Well, if you have any more questions, honey, or if you're just nosy, because I know some of y'all are real fucking nosy out there, honey. You want to know what I'm doing, who I'm with, what I'm wearing. Okay. Let me go ahead and give you the email here. That's where you can send it to. Okay. Y'all are real fucking nosy. It's Producer at healingisabitch.com. Have any questions, concerns, something you want me to, address in an episode, perhaps a topic you want me to talk about? Baby, I can talk about anything. Just not heavy political stuff. This is not the kind of channel for that. I may make a reference or two to political things, but I don't want it to be. There's enough fucking shenanigans and buffoonery in this goddamn country, much less the world right now. So that's another reason why doing this. More positivity, more laughter, more joy. Okay, let's help each other out, lift each other up. Okay. So on that note, let me get the fuck out of here because I think I've rambled on enough for like 4 episodes worth. I'm gonna be busy all night burning the midnight oil, editing this fucking episode. Okay. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again. Thank you for watching, for listening. Please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so if you, baby, when you subscribe, you know exactly when I put a new fucking video out, which I'm gonna do weekly. So you're gonna know when. Okay. Oh, and because you're a nosy ass bitch, and because I want this to be an ongoing and what's the word I'm looking for? Interactional. I want you to feel part of the gig. I want you to feel, you know what I mean? Please, please, please go ahead and email. I'm gonna put it right here. The magic of editing, or somewhere in the fucking screen, honey. But also on the details. I'll put it everywhere, baby. So you got no excuse not to have it. Okay. The email is at producer@healingisabitch.com. Don't be sending me your nudies. That is not the forum. Okay, that is not the forum for that. That is for important, serious questions. You have things you want to know? Let a bitch know. Something you want to get off your chest? Write it down. It's best. I mean, I could keep going. Okay. Now let me get the fuck out of here because I think this is enough for the first episode. Okay. All right. See you next time. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you don't feel, bitch, you don't heal. Take care of each other, but more importantly, take care of yourself. Oh, disclaimer time. While I'm here to share personal stories, real feelings, and maybe make you laugh, cry in the process, I am not a licensed therapist, a doctor, or mental health professional. This show is meant for entertainment and storytelling. Think of it like an emotional support friend that you bring to brunch. If you're struggling, please reach out to a qualified professional. Take care of your mind, protect your peace, and remember, healing is personal, and you can't heal if you don't feel. Girl, we did it. Get me the fuck out of this chair. Who's gonna clean this mess? I gotta clean it. You know why I have to clean it? Because this is not like a produced show for fucking iHeart or SiriusXM or Netflix. I have to do every fucking thing myself. Yep. Okay. I have to unclip my fucking microphone. I have to clean this You know what? It's okay, baby. It's part of the gig. All right, let me get out of here. Bye. Bitch, I almost set on my glasses. Again.